Take a deep breath, or maybe not. Can you guess what's in the air around you right now? Oxygen? Sure. Nitrogen? Absolutely. But what else is hiding there, lurking just out of sight? Carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, and tiny particles that can get deep into your lungs and cause serious harm. These aren't just random elements. They're pollutants that are silently harming millions around the world every single day. Let's start with the big question. Where is air pollution the worst? Meet the infamous top 3. Lahore in Pakistan, Delhi in India, and Hotan in China. These cities have air so polluted that stepping outside can feel like smoking several cigarettes. The air is filled with harmful particles from factories, vehicles, and construction dust. In these places, smog often blankets the city, reducing visibility and making every breath a dangerous gamble. Now, let's zoom back into the bigger picture. What's worse is that globally, air pollution kills more than 7 million people each year. Think about that number for a second. 7 million lives lost because of something most people can't even see. And it's not just respiratory diseases like asthma or chronic bronchitis that are the problem. Air pollution leads to heart disease, stroke, lung cancer, and even affects brain development in children. Imagine a child playing in a park, but instead of enjoying the fresh air, they're coughing and wheezing. It's a heartbreaking reality in many cities around the world, and it's only getting worse. So, why is this happening? Well, it's a mix of factors, and unfortunately, we humans have a big part in it. Factories, power plants, and transportation are the biggest offenders. We burn fossil fuels to run our cars, heat our homes, and produce goods. All of this releases harmful chemicals into the air. And it's not just the big stuff like factories. We're guilty too. From burning trash in backyards to using plastic that doesn't decompose, every little action adds up. The environment is paying the price for our choices. The good news is, we can make changes to stop this. But here's some hope. Cities around the world have shown us that it's possible to make air quality better again. Take Copenhagen, Denmark. This city decided to make cycling the preferred mode of transportation. It's clean, healthy, and best of all, it keeps pollution down. And it's not just about bikes. Copenhagen has invested heavily in renewable energy, aiming to become the first carbon-neutral capital by 2025. It's a model of how cities can reduce pollution while improving quality of life. Then there's Singapore. This city-state has created an urban oasis with green spaces, vertical gardens, and some of the strictest regulations on vehicles. They've even introduced a system where you pay to drive into certain parts of the city to reduce congestion and pollution. It's a smart, innovative approach, and it works. Now let's talk about Los Angeles. Known as the City of Angels, it's a place where the skies were once notorious for thick layers of smog. For decades, LA faced the kind of pollution that turned bright blue skies into murky gray. Today, it's still working to improve its air quality, but challenges remain. Despite its reputation for sunshine and glamour, LA's infamous traffic and reliance on cars continue to produce high levels of emissions. The city is making strides by investing in cleaner public transportation and promoting electric vehicles. But it's a reminder that progress can be slow and requires constant effort. LA symbolizes the uphill battle many modern cities face, a fight against pollution while balancing rapid urbanization. Now, here's the big question. What can you do about it? It starts with small changes in your everyday life. Are you driving to the store just a few blocks away? How about walking or biking instead? When was the last time you took the bus or hopped on a train? These might seem like small steps, but they add up to big changes over time. And here's another one. Turn off your lights when you don't need them. Be mindful of your energy use. If you can, try planting a tree or starting a garden. Trees are natural air purifiers and can make a significant difference in the fight against pollution. But it's not just up to us. Governments have a huge role to play in this battle. They need to set stricter pollution laws, make public transportation more accessible, and invest in green technologies. How about incentives for businesses that reduce their carbon footprint? Or subsidies for electric vehicles? Governments can lead the charge by prioritizing clean energy, creating green jobs, and building sustainable cities. It's time to make pollution a thing of the past, not just for us, but for future generations. The air we breathe connects us all. It doesn't matter where you live or what your background is. We all share the same sky. So the real question is, are we ready to make a change? Together, we can fight this invisible enemy. And it starts with you, me, and everyone who's willing to take a stand. Let's work toward a future where every breath is a healthy one. For us, for our children, and for the planet. The choice is ours. Let's make it count.